YouTube channel. I'm so excited to bring this video to you that's all about hair care. Yes, I actually grew my hair 6 inches in 6 months. It's pretty insane, and I did it all with Vegamour, so this video is sponsored by Vegamour. I have been getting so many questions on Instagram lately, and I've been posting about this hair care for literally the last 6 months on Instagram, but people have been texting me and messaging me within the last probably month or so saying, where'd you get your extensions? How did you get your hair so long? It's all from Vegamour, so I'm so excited to break down everything in this video for you. First, I'm gonna let you know a little bit about my hair care, my struggles, all that I was dealing with when I was so unhappy with my hair. Then I'm gonna let you know what the best practices are for growing your hair long, strong, healthy, voluptuous, all of the things. And finally, I'm gonna share with you 3 tips that were game changers, like complete game changers that I feel like made the biggest difference in my hair. So make sure you stay tuned all the way to the end so you don't miss those 3 tips. My hair care journey and my hair struggle, if we're being honest, it's been a struggle. So I, for some reason, decided to chop my hair above my shoulders shortly after I gave up my title as Miss USA, like a year or 2 later. And I regretted it ever since. And I thought to myself, no big deal, your hair's gonna grow back, it's fine. It was not growing back. My hair was dry, was brittle, and I'm sure so many of you out there understand the struggle when it just starts like breaking off at the ends. You're brushing through it, the ends are breaking off because they're so dry. I'm gonna give you a secret for that at the end of this video, so make sure you stay tuned. But that was my struggle. My hair was dry, it would not grow. It was even I just was so unhappy with it. So what I did, and I love extensions, don't get me wrong, but they weren't right for me, and the kind that I got long term I don't think was right for me. So I went and I got extensions. My whole head was full of all these little beads, and I loved how it looked and I loved how it felt, but I didn't love the damage that it did long term. It probably wasn't a great idea that Daniel took out all my extensions when we were in the middle of quarantine because I couldn't go into a salon, so I had my dang husband in there with pliers pulling out my extensions. A little crazy. So as you can imagine, my hair was a hot mess after. It was very thin. I took a shower and there's like massive chunks of like hair. It was gross. So anywho, long story short, my hair was a disaster probably about 8 months ago or so. And at the same time, Vegamour, this amazing company who my friend worked for, reached out and said, hey, do you want to try our products? No strings attached, just let me try the products. And I'm so glad they did because I fell in love. I started just sharing naturally on social media how much I loved Vegamour. I did a few paid posts and now I get to do this video for you guys. So my hair was breaking, was literally falling out. It was just a complete disaster, and in 6 to 8 months my hair has grown massively. So I'm excited for you to try this out, and while you're here, make sure you click below because there's going to be links where you can get all these products that I'm in love with and you can use them to help your hair grow, especially if you're struggling the way I was. Okay, let's break it down. We are now jumping into the portion of the video where I share with you my favorite products from Vegamour and why they are so important in your hair care journey. So this is one of them, but actually, okay, so what I meant to say first was why I personally am so obsessed with Vegamour. So one of the things that I look for in a lot of my products, whether it's what I put on my skin or what I put in my hair, is that it's actually healthy, good for me, and good for the environment. Vegamour is cruelty-free and vegan. They're paraben-free, they're toxin-free, they're dye-free, they are fragrance-free. Like, these products are so clean, and that makes me feel good. It makes me feel good about what I'm putting on my hair, what I'm putting on my skin, because it's so important, especially in this world that we live in where there's toxins in the air, especially in Los Angeles. Might as well do what I can to take care of myself. So I love that, especially the vegan and the cruelty-free part. I feel like that's so important to look for products, especially for me, that have those things. Now, let's get into it. So this is your first step. If you're like me, you have a lot of dry shampoo and other products in your hair, and this scalp detoxifying serum is a game changer. So one of the things that I in the past have struggled with is getting my scalp really clean and feeling like my hair is actually clean and actually fresh after a shower, because sometimes I would have to do 2 or 3 shampoos to actually feel like my hair is clean. So this is your first step. What you do is you put this on your scalp and you actually use this little scalp brush thing to rub it in. And the reason that this is so important as well is because when you kind of stimulate the follicles right on your scalp, that helps stimulate hair growth. So it's kind of a 2-in-1 thing. You cleanse your scalp before your shower, and you use this as well, and you stimulate those follicles so your hair actually grows a little bit more as well. The next step, of course, is shampoo and conditioner. Wash your hair, condition your hair, get it healthy. That's simple. I don't need to take a lot of time explaining that. But when you get out of the shower, first thing I do is I use the Grow Plus Serum. This serum is amazing, and this is the product that I have been using since the beginning. I'm obsessed with it. It's the game changer for me. Actually, this combined with this, these are the 2 products that I have been using forever. You can't go wrong as long as you're at least using this and the gummies. Listen, there's literally 1 left. Like, I use this all the time. So gummies and serum, those are my #1 go-tos. Beyond that, you can also use the Grow Foam. Not only does it help your hair grow, but I feel like it gives me a little extra volume when I want it. So I put it in the roots of my hair, and then I use a blow dryer and I dry the roots. Oh my gosh, it's a game changer when I want a little extra volume, especially when I'm trying to look cute for YouTube, Instagram, all the things. I'm not really going out because, you know, quarantine life, but for all of those, it really helps me get my hair a little bit more voluptuous, especially at the root. This product, the dry shampoo, is one of my favorite things. Let me tell you a silly reason before the real reason. Literally, when I spray this and I'm like cleaning the house or making dinner, I smell my own hair and I'm like, I smell good. Like, so silly, so ridiculous, but I love it. So not only does it smell amazing, I wish there was like a scratch and sniff on the screen for you guys, but it actually cleans my hair up so I don't have to wash my hair as much, because as all of us ladies know, it's a whole process. Like, it's a lot to wash your hair, dry your hair, all the things. So when I want to go out and I don't want to wash my hair, I just spray a little dry shampoo, and I have to do it because not only does it smell good, but it just gives my hair a little extra volume. But like, look at that. It just feels good. It smells good. It's my jam. I love it. So dry shampoo, one of my favorites. I just love how it feels. And when I want a little extra texture, I also spray it in my hair to give my hair a little more texture and volume as well. All right, so this is my favorite part. Maybe that's why I changed. This is my favorite part of the video. I want to share with you the secrets that I learned / created to keep my hair really healthy while I'm growing it long and strong. So the main thing here is breakage. You want to do everything you can to prevent breakage. So I'm going to give you 3 things to do that will kind of change the game for you. They definitely changed the game for me. The #1, most important one, is keeping your ends hydrated. When it comes to keeping your ends hydrated, it's really important to have an oil that you love that you can apply to your ends, especially on the days you don't wash your hair. Because think about it, if we don't wash our hair for 2, 3, or even 4 days, like me, then your ends are gonna get really dry and crispy, especially if you're using hot tools. So what you can do, there's this oil that Vegamour has. I love it. You just put a little drop into your hand and then you run it through the ends of your hair once a day. It keeps your ends moisturized, hydrated, and it will help you not have that breakage. Like, so many of us women, we experience breakage when we're trying to grow our hair long. Like, it might be growing from here, but then it breaks off here. So want to make sure that you do everything you can to prevent breakage. #2 is use as little heat as possible. So I would say about 90% of the time I let my hair air dry. Just ask Daniel. There's been plenty of times where I like threw my hair out the window when we're driving because I didn't want to use heat on it. Beyond that, do your best to not use hot tools as much as possible. So if you're gonna curl your hair, maybe curl it one day and then let the curls kind of go and soften up throughout the week instead of curling your hair every single day. That's gonna really help prevent the drying out of your hair and the breakage from using the tools so much, the hot tools or the blow dryer. So do everything you can, this is point number 2, to not use heat on your hair. And the last thing has to do with the way that you actually treat your hair. I know that sounds kind of funny, but when you're styling your hair with some type of updo or when you're going to bed, are you really taking care of your hair in every way possible? So Vegamour has these these little elastics, and they are not as harsh on your hair. So it's nice to use something like this, that when you put your hair in a ponytail, you're not gonna cause breakage from a tight ponytail because of the way that these are designed. With that, Vegamour also has a pillowcase. So when you're going to bed at night, you don't want to have a lot of friction on your hair. You want to make sure that you're doing everything you can to just keep it in place and really take care of it. So using one of these elastics, I like to do my hair in a little soft braid and then have that pillowcase that I sleep on that helps prevent the friction. So throw a braid in there, sleep on a nice pillowcase like the ones that Vegamour provides, and all those little things are gonna add up to you really taking good care of your hair. Not only the growth that Vegamour provides from the roots when you're doing the serum or the grow foam, but so much more. You have the gummies that are gonna help from the inside out, and then those top 3 little secrets and tips that actually help you protect your hair long term so that it can grow the way that it wants to. So for me, you guys have now seen pictures throughout this video. I've grown my hair long and strong, literally 6 inches in 6 months. It's mind-blowing, and I'm so excited that hopefully you will be trying these products soon. Okay, one more thing. Make sure you subscribe, you give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and as I've said so many times, Vegamour has changed my hair. I'm obsessed with it. So make sure you click that link below, use the code NIA for a special discount. Of course, we all love a discount, right? And I'm so glad you're here. Thanks guys for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next video.